the performance-wise, they've got a lot of abilities. And in the digital experience, the one thing that just blew me away was the sound system. They've got this Harman Kardon sound system, which is some 17 speaker.
So you mean Pratap Bose's team had to do a Harman Kardon system?
They had to design it in.
I love it.
So this system has Dolby Atmos also.
Nice.
And it was something else, man. Like when
Nice.
you think 27 lakhs, you're getting stuff that you're not going to get at this price point anywhere.
You know, it's increasingly sounding like, I remember Karthik saying over and over again, until we got to the 400, 500 kilometer range electrics, that you should think of the electric as the good second car to have, because your primary vehicle will be something else. And this is sounding like a great second electric already. I mean, we've not tested it. This is our first opinion of it. But it's like, it's fun, it drives well, it sounds great. I think 90% of the requirement for a second car has already been covered and covered well.
You know what this is? This is the Aam Aadmi supercar.
Nice.
That is what it is, because that's the other side. The performance is crazy, and on the one hand, I love it because it's great to drive. It's easy to drive. It's not that it's difficult. You've got drive modes and all of that stuff, but so much performance in the hands of people every day who can barely stay in one lane. It's frightening as well. And because with electrics,
I think I object.
Why?
People staying in one lane at one time is the global standard. We don't have to kowtow to this. We are so skilled, we can be in multiple lanes at the same time. I think we're doing better than them, yeah.
So that part of it is a different question altogether.
Sure, yes. And this will always be true for all powerful cars. It's not specific to Mahindra or the BE. The more power you put in the hands of the people, the more the question becomes, are they responsible enough to deal with that performance? Just think about it like this. If all of us are used to driving Maruti 800s, if we had the capacity to buy an F16 instead, would you let everybody who could afford an F16 fly one?
So that's a good example, because in an F16, when you go full thrust, when you're on the ground, it's going to go, then build up and explode, right? That's not the case.
No,
with
it's
the
an electric, it just
EVs.
goes.
They just go, man.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, this happened with me. And that's why this thought I'm going to share. I was driving, I was on my own. We were making our way through this narrow road, which was through a village to get to the track. And I needed to reach out to my backpack. It was slow. We were just literally crawling. I was off the gas, which is why I said I'll reach to my backpack.
Gas referring to the accelerator pedal.
So I was going to reach out to my backpack, and I said, no, man, I can't do it in this car. Because, you know, this happens, and this is how accidents happen, because you'll just turn a little bit, your foot will flex a little bit,
And
it'll accelerate.
the increment in speed will become enormous.
And in an EV, and with this EV, that performance is crazy.
So they have driving modes and all which you can...
Of course, you have driving modes, they are good. You have, of course, ADAS tech.
What's the top mode called?
The-
Let's see if they've got a great name going.
I think zip, zap, zoom only. I told you I've forgotten half of the stuff about all these details. So, but I remember this instance, and I said, no, I'm not going to do it. Not in this car. Definitely not. So keep that in mind. If you choose to get one, treat it with care. It is a massively capable car, but it's also a massively powerful car.
Yeah.
And like we say, to make a mistake, you only need to make half a mistake. The other person will make the other half.
Yeah.
That's all it takes. So try and help yourself out there. Performance, wild, 0 to 100, they say 6 point something seconds.
Nice.
Yeah, man. The one thing I did not like was the brakes. This has got e-brakes. So electronic brake by wire. The feel and the pedal travel. The pedal had too much give. Like you expect when you push in and it's going to start pushing back, right? In this, you can push more than you expect.
So like a clutch.
Yeah, it's a bit like that. So they said they can optimize this. They can fix this because there is a way to compensate, correct this. It's a little complicated, and so there is a system that goes to a reservoir, and through that, then the split is there.
Okay.
So that's the brake by wire. I missed mentioning the suspension is semi-active electronic suspension, and that's on the top spec variant.
Okay.
The base variant does not get the semi-active electronic suspension, but it gets that Mahindra's other system, which also is speed dependent and road dependent.
But we haven't tested that part.
We haven't driven that, right?
So this is the caveat he's throwing. So I'll just underline the caveat. 20-inch optional wheels on the top model were driven, which means it has semi-active suspension, which means if the 20-inch wheel does cause the usual issues with ride quality, that suspension definitely can handle it. But if you buy one of the other models with the smaller wheels, they should anyway be better.
Yeah.
But how will they actually do in the real world? We don't know yet.
Because the base version doesn't get the semi-active. So then how will it perform? We'll have to see.
It's a question mark.
Yeah. And the top spec, if you get with the standard 19-inch wheels, and if it was working so well on 20s,
It's insane.
it's going to be good, right? And ground clearance is over 200 and all of that stuff. So the thing that the other thing that I did not like was, like, yes, the UI, UX, and all of that, but they have now a camera in the car, which is to monitor the driver and stuff like that. You know, like
Who's monitoring the driver, Kartik?
the car computer. So if you're sleepy, it'll warn you and stuff like that. For cars have that. But the thing in that is they've also used it to turn it into a selfie camera, and that's okay.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing.
That's okay. The thing is that it's overly sensitive.
Okay.
I found it intruding too much, and this is like we spoke about
It kept telling you that you were sleepy or
the
whatever.
rocks. When we spoke about the rocks, how the software always seems to talk too much to you. Remember I was
okay.
telling you about the
Got it,
pass
got
by
it.
traffic,
Yes,
the
yes.
parking
Yeah,
sensors.
yeah.
So it's like that. It's constantly giving you some input or the other, which is, I mean, I don't want so much talking from the system to me. I would much rather do my thing.
No, and see, look, let's be clear about this. A car should not be talking to you because that's what the backseat drivers are for. That's what the co-drivers are for. I don't need the car to do it constantly too.
Listen, this has been fun, and I think we should take this to the next level. I think our relationship's ready for it. And if you're ready, head to the MotorInc channel, where this 3-minute video ends up expanding into a hour-long video, which would be a great way for us to spend time when you're taking a jog, in a flight, commuting to work, or back. We'd love to hang out more.